Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Phil with my beautiful co-host Samantha, and we have the Beatles back on the channel today. This is always exciting. We get to do the Beatles because Sam has been on a Beatles journey with us. You, me, we're taking Sam on a journey here.
Yeah, so you were familiar with the Beatles, obviously, if you guys have seen our other videos, but I was not. So it's been really fun to be exposed to all of their catalog. We're making our way through it. But there were a couple songs that I recognized from movies or, just like it being really popular that I didn't really know was them or I never really paid attention to. But besides that, it's been brand new for me, opening my eyes to the legacy of the Beatles.
Yeah, for me, I was a little more familiar because my parents listened to the Beatles growing up. And that said, I did not know My Guitar Gently Weeps, which is the last one that we did, which was so fire. Such a masterpiece. Eric Clapton featured on that one. Mm-hmm. George Harrison had written it. Really, really amazing to find out for me that, we hear about Paul and John in terms of songwriting capabilities, but it's really interesting to know Harrison wrote a lot of bangers as well. So that's been informative for me, but it's been really informative for you.
Yeah, I think it's been really cool too, just to see the different styles and sounds that they came up with throughout their journey as well, because I think I had in my head that they, like when I thought about the Beatles, I only thought about them as being this kind of like flowery, sunshine, rainbows, peace and love kind of like sound and energy, but they do have way more diversity than that.
They do. They are known for their diversity, that's for sure. So let's find out if we get a little more diversity with Come Together by the Beatles. I believe I know this one, but Sam, I don't know if she's going to recognize it. So let's find out. Pause it here and wind a little bit and lead into that. So Sam, first of all, do you recognize the song?
I recognize just the one piece of the chorus, just that piece when he says, come together right now over me. That's the only thing that I kind of sounds familiar.
You don't know from where, just maybe heard it off chance.
I don't know if it maybe, like from a movie or something, or also maybe like just hearing like in passing, like if maybe your parents were playing it or something.
Yeah. So what do you think about the song now that you're hearing it in totality? There's a lot of
super
details
abstract.
To this. Yeah.
So like you have the actual instrumentation, right? Which is like a very different sound with all of these. I don't even know what it is making those sounds, but the stuff. And
I think that's a vocal actually.
Really?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think
then
it's
almost like, I don't know if it's the drums or what, that's almost like or like some sort of, I don't know, like it almost sounds like little feet pitter pattering around. I don't know what it is.
There's lots of little finer details in this one that make it stand out, right?
Yeah, which I mean, I feel like if I was just listening to this, like, you know, kind of half paying attention on the radio or something, I wouldn't even pick that up on that. But because I'm actually listening to it, I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then the lyrics, I'm like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Feet below his knees, and you know, like it almost sounds like it's just like he's just putting together like a bunch of gibberish words, kind of. So I don't know if there maybe is some like, you know, secret meaning to it, or if it's just he's just having fun and putting a bunch of random stuff together.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint some of the lyrics for sure. Like you said, it's kind of like a come together rally cry in some sense. It has that revolutionary feel that some of the songs of the Beatles have, but not clear on what he's referencing in particular.
Yeah, because I mean, like the chorus, like come together, like that makes sense. He's saying like, you know, I'll come together under me, like let's unite type thing. But besides that, the other stuff, I'm like, I don't really know where we're going with this.
Yeah, so back to the music for me really stands out is the bass riff, so fire, I assume that's Paul, and the drum fills. I really, really like the drum fills in this, but it's such a different sound, and we talked about that in the beginning with the Beatles, that they're very diverse in what they put together.
This to me has a lot of blues influence.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's got like that rock blues mix, I think, but much less of this like pop rock vibe that we got from some of the other songs, like 8 Days a Week, for example.
It's more like bluesy rock too.
But this just highlights
some funk to it too with that bass.
How crazy though the Beatles were at that time frame.
Yeah.
You know, it's similar to Led Zeppelin in that like they create so many different sounds.
Yeah, just so creative.
But they do it so well in so many different ways.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I feel like that's two bands. Were really, really unique in that mold of the Beatles would just, you know, you couldn't put them into a box of how they sounded.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because they could come up with something like this, or Here Comes the Sun, which is so happy-go-lucky and vibrant, right? And make you feel good.
Completely different vibes, but they do it, both of them, so well.
Yeah, and this is much like darker, funkier, you know, strong rhythm, pumping bass line. It's like, who are these guys? This is the Beatles? And then you listen to the Beatles like, you know, 5 years later.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, right? Like in my head, I think what I had thought about them was just like they only stayed in that lane of like, Here Comes the Sun.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what I thought that was their sound. But then, like you said, they have stuff like this or other songs like My Guitar Gently Weeps that are completely different, right?
Yeah, even so, like some of the guitar work from George on this as well. The electric guitar sound sounds really fire in some sections, really pops and stands out.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's finish it up.
This video is also really cool too. How it has them as like little cartoons.
Yeah, I don't know when they made this, but let's finish it up and we'll close with some thoughts at the end. All right, so as the Beatles come together,
That's cool.
and there's so much soul coming through on that for me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I noticed, listening at a much deeper level to the instrumentation, I think what makes it so cool and so diverse and makes it stick out and be so unique is that throughout this, when you listen to a song, normally there's something that really sticks out to you, like maybe an electric guitar riff or, a vocal or something like that, right? And that carries the song for the most part. This, and I think probably you could say this for a lot of Beatles songs, there's just like different parts of the song, different sections where different instruments or pieces will stick out more, right? Like, so in one section, the drums will stick out.
Yeah.
And then the next section, the keys are sticking out. Then the next section, the bass is sticking out.
Yeah.
Then you have the electric guitar riff come in. Then it's John's vocal. And it's just like all throughout the song, you just have these peaks and valleys of different components in the song that make it pop. And you're like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Right? And
yeah, it's almost like in the composition, they're purposely highlighting certain points at different parts to give like a diversity in the, like what's in the spotlight of that part of the song.
The totality of it, right?
Yeah.
It's not just trying to convey, like I said, let's just come up with a fire riff and that's going to carry the song the whole way. It's let's put together a really, really cool composition. And so like I said, at some points I think it would be Paul that was playing the keys. I'm not sure, but I could really hear that coming through, and they layered that with the bass really nicely. And then you, like you said, you have the clap in a certain section or the little whisper of the vocal or whatever it might be. But it's like, like your ear will just pick up on certain elements at certain points. And they do that, though, consciously to make you listen that way.
Yeah, and I think that, like I said earlier, it's something that you probably wouldn't really pick up on if you weren't actually focused on listening. And you just think like, the vocal, and it has this kind of steady melody. But it's like when you really listen, it's like crazy how much actually they put into the diversity of the composition itself.
Yeah. So did you like this one come together?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was cool. Like, I've also been in this journey on our channel really enjoying the blues style songs. So I did like that influence on this with their music. I feel like it sounds really cool. And I was also just dying because in this video, they just had John's permanent smile. He just looked so happy, like, the whole time.
That was customary
like
for
his little glasses, his little smile.
Customary for the Beatles as well, to make you happy, right?
Yeah.
And this is, I think, the opening song off of Abbey Road. So
I also thought it was cool how, like, I know also the videos from way later, but they had almost like what looked like to be like the lines on the sidewalk, and they were all walking in the video, which is the cover of Abbey Road, right? So it's kind of cool how they brought
yes, and way to kick off the album, right? It's Abbey Road, obviously one of the Beatles' biggest albums, and you're starting it off with this one, and it's like you throw this on, and I've said this for other songs that we've done, you drop the needle on the record. This is the first one that comes on. You're like, what is this? Yeah. And you're just ready to go for the rest of the album.
We've done quite a few songs from that album now. So that album, like, I really enjoy that one.
Yeah, I can't even recall how many Beatles songs we've done on the channel now, but hopefully this one is up okay. You never know with the Beatles. Sometimes there's copyright related issues, but I think Abbey Road has been one of the ones, like you were saying, that it's been okay. So hopefully that's the case on this one. If we have to add a video overlay, that's why, guys. It's not something we choose to do, but if you want to see us react to the song that we've already recorded, we sometimes have to add a video overlay. Anyways, guys, other than that, 85% of our 85% of our viewers are not subscribed. So we would love for you to subscribe and come alongside us on this journey. We do music, comedy, sports, and history. So if you do decide to subscribe, we'll see you tomorrow when we drop 2 more videos. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.